An altar is a place of giving thanks. We already talked about that. Just say, thanks, Lord. I want to thank you for what you've done. How long has it been since we gathered around the altars? I'm talking spiritually now. How long has it been since we gathered around the altars and just stood before the Lord and said, Lord, I'm here for one reason. I'm here to just give you thanks. I just want to thank you for my blessing. I want to thank you for life in general. I want to thank you for the clothing. I want to thank you for the food. Come on, church. We think those things are trivial and we push them out of our mind. But I tell you something, we ought to be thankful every day that we can get up out of bed. We can dress ourselves. Amen. Our faculties are working and we ought to thank God every day. I'm talking about let's go back to the altar and let's give thanks to God. Not only is it a place of giving thanks, it's a place of consecration. Oh, I want to serve you, Lord. I want to give you all my all. When you surrender to Him, I want to give you everything I've got, everything I own. You know, there's people, they act like they own the world. They act like they own everything. They own their home. You may have a deed to your house. You may have a title to your car. You may have certain things that you call your own. But can I tell you something? Had it not been for the grace of God, and as Robbie sang a few moments ago, had it not been for the mercy of God, we wouldn't have anything. I looked at a man one time and he said, I've done this and I've done that and I've got this and I own that. And I looked at him, I said, sir, can I remind you of something? I said, can I remind you that if it hadn't been for God's grace and God's mercy, you couldn't have anything. He said, yeah, but preacher, you don't understand. He said, I worked for these things. I worked hard all of my life. And he was a hard worker. I'll give that much to him. He said, I worked for these things. I didn't steal them. I didn't rob. I worked every day of my life by the sweat of a brow. I said, that's wonderful. But can I tell you something else? If God had not give you the grace and the strength, amen, the ability to work, amen, and give you health, I said, you could not have anything. Oh, church, listen to me. We need to give thanks to God. And the altar is also a place to renew our vows. How many of us tonight we got saved, or the day we got saved, or the hour we got saved, we made a vow to God. God, I'll serve you. It don't matter what happens. I'll be faithful to your house. I'll be faithful to your service. I'll be faithful in every area of my life. But for some reason, somehow, along the way, we've kind of backed up on the vows. May I tell us something this morning? We need to renew our vows back to God. The Bible teaches us we must pay our vows. If we made a vow to God, and if we don't keep that vow, did you know it's a sin?